Okay, so the materials you will need are a 4.0 crochet hook, a pair of scissors, preferably ones that actually work, unlike mine, a threading needle, and a stitch marker. You will also need yarn in colors red, white, orange, and black. These are all I Love This Yarn acrylic weight for yarn. Let's get started. Okay, so we're starting off by making the actual headphone covers right now. So we're going to make a magic ring and half double crochet 9 into it. Here's a magic ring, and almost this entire project is made up of half double crochets. So real quick, how to do a half double crochet: you will yarn over, go into our magic loop right here. We will yarn over and pull up this loop. We have 3 loops on our hook now. You will yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and that is a half double crochet. Just do this 9 times. Yarn over, go into the magic ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So I have 2, I just need 7 more. Okay, so I have 9 half double crochets. We're going to close this by pulling on our loose end over here. For round 2, we're doing a half double increase all the way around. That just means 2 half double crochets into every stitch. So you should end with 18 half double crochets. Here's our first stitch that we're going to do our increase in. So again, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Then do another half double crochet into that exact same stitch, and we will mark our first half double crochet of round 2, and I will meet you once I have increased all the way around. Okay, for round 3, we're doing another round of half double crochet increase all the way around. So just 2 half double crochet into every single half double crochet. So you should end up with 36 by the end of round 3. Okay, round 4, we're just half double crocheting all the way around. No increases, just regular half double crochet. You should still end with 36 stitches. Round 5, we're going to half double crochet again all the way around, except you're not going to half double crochet in the very last stitch. So we're doing 34 half double crochets. So I will meet you once we get to that last stitch that we will skip. Okay, so here is the stitch we're skipping, and this is the first stitch of the round. So we're just going to chain 2 and turn our work, and then half double crochet again all the way back to our stitch marker, and we're going to skip another stitch, which is where our stitch marker is. So then we will have 2 open stitches. And once you have done the chain 2 and turned your work, we are going to half double crochet into the same stitch we did the chain 2 in. So yarn over, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then just continue half double crocheting all the way down, skipping the very last stitch. Okay, so here is the last stitch that we are skipping, 1, and then the other stitch from the round before, so 2. Now for rounds 7 and 8, we are just going to be chaining 2, turning our work, and then half double crocheting all the way down to this stitch right here. We're not going to go into this little hole. We're just going to chain 2, turn our work, and half double crochet all the way to where it ends right here. So here we are at the end of row 7, and I just wanted to show you where our last stitch will go. So we will do our last half double crochet right here. I know it may look like we're done, but we have 1 more stitch. So do 1 half double crochet, and that's the end of row 7. So chain 2 again, turn our work, and then half double crochet back all the way down here. Now we'll meet you back here. Okay, we're at the end of round 8, and again our last half double crochet is going right here. So I will finish it with you. So for round 9, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to slip stitch all the way back to this end over here. And again, we are going into the same stitch that we just chained into. So to slip stitch, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and we're just going to pull through, no yarning over or anything. So again, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and just pull through. and just do that all the way around, and I will meet you after round 9. Okay, so here we are at the last stitch of round 9. Again, it may look like we're done, but we have one more slip stitch going right here. This is our last half double crochet of the round. I know that is a bit hard to see, but if you pull your work, it is easier to tell. So right here. Okay, very last slip stitch. And that is your headphone cover. So now you can cut off a long tail, pull this end out, and we need a long tail because this is what we're going to use to tie together the cover around our headphone, and we're also going to weave this in to our cover, so you will need even more thread to work with. Okay, so what I like to do is bring this tail all the way to the end of this little flap, because right now it's at the very front. We need to bring it way back here. So to do that, I like to go needle in and then back out all the way down to here. So I start by going down. There's not an exact stitch. You just need to do them about the same amount of space apart. So we're going to start by going down, pull the yarn through, then go back up around here, then go back down until you're just all the way to the end of your flap, which we're already almost there. Okay, so we're at the end of our flap. We can take out our thread from our needle, and then we're going to attach another tail to this side so we can do the same thing, just weave it in and out all the way to the back. And the reason why I don't just attach the tail straight here at the back is just because I feel like there is more tension when you weave the end in all the way from the front to the back, because we're going to pull these to tighten this little flap close around our cover here on this little part. That's what this flap is right now. So I feel like it just gives this more structure and tension. And so now to tie it together, we need to wrap it around our headphone cover first. Let's just put it over our headphones and make sure the straps aren't stuck in it. Okay, so once you have the cover right in the middle and centered how you like it, we're going to bring our tails to the inside of the headphone cover. Bring one of the tails through your needle, and basically we're going to stitch up our cover like you would a top if you made a crochet top before. And what I mean is that we're just gonna like crisscross this. So we're going to start from the back and go up to the front. So whichever tail you're starting with, you're going to go across from it. We're not going to start on the same side as our tail. So I'm starting with the left tail, so that means I'm going to take it across to the right side, and we're starting from the back, and you come from the inside of the work to the outside. So you just pull through. We have a little strand right there. And so now we're on the right side. We have to go back to the left side. So we started from the back, so now we're going to go somewhere on the middle. We're only crossing over 3 times. So we're going to start, the first one is going to be in the back, second in the middle, and the last crossover is going to be at the very beginning. So we're on the second one. This looks like the middle to me. Again, no exact stitch, you're just guesstimating. And so now we're on our third and final crossover. So you have to go right into the beginning of our flap, which for me is about right here, and pull through. So now we have 3 strands crossing. So now we do the same thing, but with our other tail, working with the right tail. So we have to go across to the left side, again starting at the back. Since this strand is already attached back here, we're just going to go in between. Right here is our first one. Then we're going to go back to the right side. Again, we're going in between here, these strands. So here, then our last one will be crossing back to the left, again ending at the very beginning of our flap. You can take your needle out. And to tighten this, we're going to pull on both tails at the same time. And hopefully I can show y'all. Our work will close around our headphones. And again, just double check your cover is even before you tighten it any more. So mine can go a little tighter. Most of the headphone is covered, so now we can make one knot. You don't want to do several because then you can just get this stuck around your headphone and you won't be able to get it off without cutting your project. So just do one knot and then you do a little bow. Make sure it's a bit tight, and then so now we have a little bow. You can either leave it out, it looks kind of cute, or you can just tuck it into your headphone cover. And again, go on the other side, just tucking this in. If you didn't do your knot right in the middle like I did, then you can just tuck them in on the same side, doesn't matter. And here we go. This is our base. Mine I could have tied a bit tighter because there's a little of the headphone showing. On this side I did a better job. So you're just going to repeat this whole process again for the other headphone cover. So to take this off, you will have to pull out your tail, untie it, and depending on how long you cut your tails, you will probably have to just take out this little stitching, which is a bit of a hassle, but at least you know your headphone covers will stay on and they won't be annoying you, falling off every single time you take on and off these headphones. And so when you're putting them back on again, you will just have to cross over 3 times on each side with each tail. Okay, for round 1, we're going to make a magic ring and single crochet 10 into it. So here's our first single crochet, and just doing 10 again into the magic ring. Okay, so we have 10 single crochets. Now we can close our magic ring by pulling on our loose strand right here. Okay, for round 2, we're doing a single crochet increase all the way around, so just 2 single crochets into every single stitch, and we can work into our loose end here. That way we do not have to sew it in later. So you should end with 20 single crochets. Okay, for round 3, we're just doing 1 single crochet all the way around. And I will meet you after that. For round 4, we're doing 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet increase in the next stitch. And just repeating that pattern all the way around. So there was 1 single crochet, now we're doing 2 single crochet in the next stitch. You should end with 30 single crochets. Okay, so now for rounds 5 through 12, we're just doing single crochet all the way around. So again, just ending with 30 stitches. I will meet you after round 12. Okay, so we have just finished round 12. Round 13, we're going to attach our beanie color yarn, which mine was red. You can use whichever color you would like. And now we are just going to slip stitch all the way around. So to attach this, you go into our next stitch, pull up a red loop, then you're just going to pull through, no yarning over or anything, and that is your first slip stitch. So just keep slip stitching all the way around. I'll do it again with you. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and just pull through. So I will meet you after round 13. Okay, for round 14, we're going to be switching between working in the front loop only, which is right here, and the back loop only, which is this back post right here. And we're just going to be single crocheting around. So we're going to start first in the front loop only. So right here, just 1 single crochet, then the next stitch, which is right here. You might have to turn your work a little bit. We're going into the back post and doing just 1 single crochet. Yeah, 1 single crochet. Then again, next stitch, we're going into the front post only, 1 single crochet. Next is back post only. And you're just repeating this all the way around. So no increases, just working into front post, then back post. We're also only going to be using our red yarn from now on, so you can cut off your white and work into it as you go. or just weave it in. Okay, for round 15, we're repeating the same thing again, where we're working into the front post and doing a single crochet, then switching to back post and doing another single crochet. So our first front post single crochet is right here. So single crochet, then a back post single crochet, front post, and back post. And you can sort of tell which stitch you need to do in case you forget. These little stitches right here that are raised are your front loops only, and these right here that are slightly behind are your back loop only crochet. So hopefully that helps. In case you forget, this is front loop, that's a back loop, that's a back loop. So yeah, I will meet you after round 15. For round 16, we're going to do one regular single crochet and then one single crochet decrease. So we're going back into both loops, one regular single crochet and then a decrease. So you go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up another loop, yarn over and pull through all three. Then that's a decrease. So you're just repeating this all the way around, single crochet and then a decrease. Okay, for rows 17 to 20, we're just single crocheting around just like normal. So I will meet you after row 20. Okay, for round 21, we're going to be doing one single crochet and then one single crochet decrease. So I just did my single crochet. Now we're doing a decrease. Again, yarn over, pull through all three, single crochet, decrease. You might want to stuff your snowman before you complete this round. I would stuff up till about right here on round 18, because the rest of this beanie part we're going to make like flop over, so there's no need to be stuffing up here. So just stop about right here and I will be right back after round 21. Okay, so I just finished round 21 and also stuffed my snowman. Round 22, we're also repeating the same thing where we're doing one single crochet and one decrease. So I will meet you after round 22. Okay, so you should end round 22 with 10 stitches left. So now for rounds 23 to 30, we're just single crocheting all the way around. There is no need to continue stuffing the snowman because the rest of this part of the beanie we're going to make is going to be folded over. So just regular single crochet and I will meet you after round 30. Okay, so I just finished round 30. It does look a bit weird, but I promise this is part of the process. So just cut off a long tail because we have to sew down this. You can pull through, take out your stitch marker. I would put the eyes in first before sewing down a hat. So grab your eyes. You need 9mm eyes. I'm using 8 just because that's what I have. I guess if you have the backs, I should have told you to put them in way earlier, but I just glue them in, so I'm sorry about that. I usually put them the third white rows from the hat. So 1, 2, 3. I try to do them around 3 to 4 stitches apart, and I want this to be the back right here, the middle of the back. So this is going to be the front right here, and that looks pretty good to me. So for the beanie, we're folding it in half like this, not sideways, like front to back. And then we're bringing the beanie forward. You want the last row right here to reach just on the first row of white, so you can kind of pull it a little, and right there, that's where you want it. You don't want it too close to the eyes because again, we have to attach a pom-pom here. So right here, right on the side would be good because the pom-pom is going to be right here. So you just find a spot. You can have it further back if you want, and then you use this tail to just stitch it down right here on the side of the head. Also, you can close up this hole if you want, or you can just close it while you're sewing it, just going in between the back and front single crochet. Or you can just do like I forgot what it's called, a magic circle close. but you just go through the front loops of all the single crochets, and then you just pull tight once you go all the way around. Okay, so I'm back on my first stitch, and again you just pull and it automatically closes, and then like I said, just go ahead and sew it down. So for the nose, we're going to do a chain of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go into the second chain, skipping the first one, doing a single crochet. Then we're going to do a half double crochet into the next 2 chains. So here's our first half double crochet. Here is our second half double crochet, and then we're doing 1 double crochet into the very last chain. Then you can cut off a long tail, and that is our nose. Now you can sew it onto the snowman. You can either angle the nose down, or you can have it up, or just straight, whatever you prefer. I like to put it right in the middle between the 4 stitches of the eyes, so right here. And you don't want to do it too low because we still have to do the smile. So let me just sew this on and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is how my nose is looking. Looks a little bit funny, but I'm pretty sure after we put on a mouth, it'll look fine. So the mouth, you can just put on however you would like. You can do a little tiny smile, just like this. You can do a big smile. You can do a curved smile. You can do literally no smile, just like frowning. I am honestly not the best or very skilled at making smiles and like embroidering. So if you would like a detailed tutorial on how to embroider a mouth, I would look up a YouTube tutorial because I don't know enough to show you. So yes, let's just put on a mouth real quick and I will be right back. So here's the mouth. I messed this part up a little bit. I didn't want that top line to be so visible. It's good enough. So now we just need the little pom-pom, and I'm just gonna put that pattern up here on the screen just because it's so tiny, and with my nails you honestly won't be able to see me actually make it because it's just too tiny to see anything. But you will make it with the white yarn. If you want, you can make an actual pom-pom. I'm just going to make a little spear and then use a brush to frizz it up. And I will show you how I do that once I actually make it. And you need like a boar brush. I've used like dog hair brushes in the past because they're really rough, and that is what makes the yarn sort of frizz up like this. I don't think a regular hairbrush would do. It might, but it will take a lot longer. So anyways, yes, I'll be right back after I make my fake pom-pom. Okay, so I just finished our little pom-pom, and again, to close it, we're just going through all of the front loops and then pulling the circle closed. So once you have closed your pom-pom up, then we just start brushing it. I like to brush it before I sew it on, just so I don't accidentally brush my snowman. So I just hold it by the tail and then just start brushing. I usually go in one direction and then I'll go back the other direction, opposite direction, once I've done the whole thing. And then after that, I'll just go back and forth. I just like doing different patterns, I guess, just to make sure I can get the yarn as fuzzy as possible, because I think just doing it in one direction, you don't get all the fibers frizzed up. So yeah, this usually takes about a couple minutes, so I will be back once I am done. Okay, so this is fluffy enough for me. So now I'm just going to attach it right here on the magic circle of our little beanie. Sew this in, going in and out of the circle, and then just sewing on the snowman head and a little bit right here. Basically just wherever you want, however secure you want it to be. Okay, so I just attached our pom-pom, and now we can finally sew our snowman onto our headphone cover, and I highly recommend putting on your cover and completely tying it up exactly how you want it in place and everything, and then sewing on the snowman, because if you sew it on like on a flat surface, it's gonna look a bit off and just not aligned, because you're going to stretch this out once you put it on your headphone cover. So you really need to have it already in the exact position so you can see where to put it. And I aligned the bottom of the snowman right below the magic ring, so like the second row right here. That's where I would put the bottom of your snowman head, like right there. And then again, just start going in and out all around wherever, sewing it in. As you can tell here, I just went in random stitches kinda. It is not perfect at all, but I don't really care as long as it's on. So I will sew this on because this is a process, and I will be back. Okay, so here is our final product. It looks a bit silly and big. It's cute, perfect for pictures or just being around at the house. So thank you so much for watching my tutorial. I hope you were able to follow it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.